In this Docker file, there is a one command they mentioned. Let's discuss about the two more commands here. Okay. Work directory. Work directory and then expose. Let's discuss about both this. Now, what do you mean work directory? Okay, let me show this. Let's go to the Docker PS. Okay, I'm going to any one of the container Docker exec -it inside the container I'm going. Okay, container ID bash. Let's take a bash or sh. Okay, this is a bash. It will going for is here. Like in case if you exit here, try to sh. It will go sh here. Okay, because it's sh not bash. Right now, see this. Where we are right now? Where we are right now? User local tomcat. Why? Why it will want for directly that path? When you log in the container, it will went directly user local tomcat. Earlier, previously, if you run like a control PQ, let's do the control PQ. Okay, if you run the Docker run -it name my Ubuntu. For example, you run this some container. Okay. Now where we are right now? Normally, but you are in the root path. By default, we go to root path for everything. But why it will went for this one? Use a local tomcat. Understand my question, guys? Understand my question? Because this is the work directory they mentioned in the Docker file. Where they mentioned work directory. We are not mentioned the work directory. Who mentioned the work directory? Tell me. Who mentioned the work directory?
In base image.
Okay. Now let's go ahead and see that what is the base image work directory they mentioned. Okay. Now go to here and search with the work directory. What they mentioned work directory? Catalina home. What is the Catalina home? Environment variable. What is they mentioned Catalina home? User local tomcat. User local tomcat they mentioned. Yes or no? It's a work directory simple like it's a cd command. Okay. That's what it's like, as you know, it will be set up a one path for you. Now you can go for this path and then do this. Now how to set up our work directory? I'll set up for this our custom one. Wait, Dockerfile. Now what I'm gonna do? Insert mode. Okay, I'll put one work directory. It will override on that work directory. Okay, if I create my one, it will be override the existing one. What I put? I'll put entire web apps here work directory. If you mention the work directory everything, now you don't need to mention here actually. Now because we are already in the path. We are already in that path. We do this way. Current path and then do with it. Current path where it is. Okay, current path even current path means where this is the path where we use a local web tomcat. Okay, now let's start. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, let's run this image. Okay, let me build this image. V6 I'm doing version 6. Now let's run the container on version 6 now. Version 6. Now here is the 8891. Just any port is a 6 image. Okay. Now Docker. See, let's go inside this container. Docker exec -id container ID sh. I'm going to inside this. See where we are right now. Your apps. Present working directory. You got it right. What is the working directory means? Now we can set from working directory. Even if you see that LSF here, the path your WAR file is copied here in this path there. Now why we are mentioning that working directory means in case you are using this path in the multiple places. Okay, you want to copy the files or something, and you want to extract something, you want to remove something. Now see here in this Docker file, this path like as you know work directory. Okay, It may use multiple places basically. See, this is the environment variable they mentioned, but okay, wherever they copied here, okay, wherever they everything they downloaded or extracted or whatever they did, they will go for the same export prime working directory set Katrina home. See, this environment variable they set up. The same environment they set as a working directory. Everything if you done, that will be executed on that specific path only. Means you don't want to mention complete absolute path every time. Go this path, do this path, go under this path, this file is there. Do remove this file, extract this file, something, whatever. In this case, we don't want to do many places, only one command we are writing, that is a copy command. In such a cases, you want to write a multiple times the path, okay. Now, if you mention that is a working directory, now all operation will be done under the path only. That's kind of a CD command. It's kind of a CD command. Are you guys got right what I mean? Set up your working directory. Now, another one. You can write expose. Like as you know, like, like this container port, okay. What is this? 8080. This is a container port. Now, whenever someone want to read your Docker file, they want to know what is your container port, what is your Spring 3 where file will be running the port, okay, which web server you using, what is the default, like nowadays what happened is Spring Boot applications are by default we are enabling that port numbers. Now, which port number they enable that you want to know, then this is option we have to choose. Okay, Docker, okay. Now, no, nothing else. Like this is nothing. Nothing will do this. Is so nothing will impact on your build or whatever. It will work for just it's a documentation. Someone read that they get to know what is the port number using for your application. That is what we are going to exposing that. Even if not mentioned expose by default, these guys also spend mention here. By default, if you not mention any protocol anything, by default is a TCP protocol slash TCP something. Now that's what it is. Docker instructions. Suppose if you go for expose, see the expose instruction informs the Docker that container listen the on the specified network ports at runtime. You can specify whether the port is a TCP or UDP. By default, is a TCP protocol if not specified. The expose instruction does not actually publish a port. Okay, that means if you mention the expose command inside the container, you feel like as I don't want to put -p option in the file. For that and exposing there is no relation. Okay, if you mention or not mention, if you want to expose outside or you want to be put your port number to run to access your application outside, you have to be mentioned publish port hyphen publish or -p option you have to be mentioned. Okay, that's what they're mentioning it. If function is type documentation, okay, it is a functions as a type of documentation between the person who built the image, the person who runs the container about the ports intended to publish. Are you got it right?